Have you ever wondered what poor people spend their money on? It's probably a question that has crossed your mind. The cycle of poverty is a complex issue and often worsens with poor financial choices. However, it's not always about the lack of money. Sometimes it's about how money is used, or rather, misused. Today we will delve deep into a topic that can shed some light on this cycle for us. We will discuss 7 things that financially struggling individuals often waste their money on. And these aren't just random observations. These insights come from one of the greatest minds in the financial world, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, has spent his entire life understanding the game of money. He has seen everything from the peaks of Wall Street to the lows of Main Street and has noticed patterns that contribute to keeping people in poverty. Buffett's observations are not about blame or shame. They are about understanding and learning. They are about recognizing the traps that make breaking the cycle of poverty so challenging. From lottery tickets to payday advance loans, from fast food to high-interest credit cards, from new cars to expensive clothing, and finally to unused gym memberships, these are the 7 common money-wasting habits among those experiencing financial hardship, as identified by Buffett. Each of these habits may seem harmless or even normal on its own, but collectively they create a cycle of extravagance that keeps people in constant financial instability. It's a cycle that is easy to fall into but hard to break out of. However, with knowledge and understanding, it's a cycle that can be broken. So, are you ready to break this cycle? Are you ready to understand these habits, to see them as traps that keep people in the cycle of poverty? If so, buckle up. We are about to dive deep into these 7 money-wasting habits. Let's delve into these habits of financial waste and explore. Perhaps we can learn something. At the top of our list are lottery tickets. Think about it, a simple piece of paper that could change your life overnight. The allure of instant wealth is captivating, isn't it? It's this dream that makes lottery machines buzz and tickets fly off shelves. Now let's delve into the depths of reality. The chance of winning the lottery is astronomically slim. We're talking about odds of a few hundred million to 1. To put it in perspective, you're more likely to be struck by lightning twice than to win a multi-million-dollar jackpot. Yet despite these daunting odds, people continue to spend a significant portion of their hard-earned money on lottery tickets. Consider this. The average American spends around $200 a year on lottery tickets. That may not seem like much at first, but it adds up to a surprising amount that could be much better utilized over a lifetime. For instance, if that $200 were invested annually in a simple index fund with an average annual return of 7%, you would have close to $50,000 after 40 years. And that doesn't even account for the power of compound interest, which could further grow that sum. Suddenly, the allure of the lottery doesn't seem so bright, does it? Understanding that the lottery is essentially a form of gambling is crucial. It's a game of chance that doesn't guarantee a return on your investment. In fact, it's mostly a surefire way to lose money. It's a seductive trap that feeds the hope of instant wealth, but often leads to financial loss. So, the next time you feel the urge to buy a lottery ticket, consider better alternatives for that money. Think about how it could be invested or saved for a secure future. Remember, wealth is rarely built overnight. It accumulates slowly and steadily over time. Chasing instant riches often leads to perpetual poverty. So, let's break this cycle and start making smarter choices with our money. It's time to play the long game because that's where the real gains lie. Next up on the list are cash advance loans, also known as payday loans. Payday loans are short-term, high-interest loans typically due on your next payday. They are sought after by individuals who find themselves in a financial pinch and in need of urgent cash assistance. Here's how they work. Let's say you're faced with an unexpected expense and you're short on cash. You go to a payday lender who agrees to lend you, for example, $200 until your next paycheck. They give you the money, you write them a check for the loan amount plus a fee, and they agree to cash it on your next payday. It sounds simple enough, doesn't it? But here's where it gets complicated. The interest rates on these loans are astronomical. We're not talking about a few percentage points here. We're talking about percentage rates that can exceed 300% annually. Yes, You heard that right, 300%. So, you borrow that $200. And when your next payday rolls around, let's say you end up owing $260. But what if your paycheck doesn't cover all your expenses and your loan? You're left with no choice but to roll your loan over to another pay period, which incurs even more fees and interest. This is the payday loan debt cycle. It's a dangerous trap that can keep you perpetually in debt, living from paycheck to paycheck, struggling to break free. It's like sinking in quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. The reality is that cash advance loans are designed to be difficult to repay. They're not solutions to financial problems. They're just a band-aid that exacerbates the wound. They prey on the financially vulnerable, the desperate, and those who see no other options. So the next time you consider taking out a cash advance loan, remember this: it's a trap. There are other options available: credit unions, emergency savings, even negotiating with your creditors. When you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Third on our list is fast food. The allure of instant gratification. We've all been there. A long day at work, the tantalizing smell of fries wafting through the air, the convenience of a meal ready in minutes. But let's examine the true cost of this convenience. First, let's look at the financial aspect. The average American spends over $3,000 a year on fast food. That's more than the cost of a round-trip flight to Paris. Now, consider the cost of buying groceries and cooking at home. The same amount could feed a family of 4 for months. The math is simple, but breaking the habit is hard. However, the financial costs are just the tip of the iceberg. When we delve deeper, we discover the long-term health costs of a fast food diet: obesity, heart disease, diabetes. These are just a few of the potential health issues you may face down the line. The cost of medical bills and treatments far outweighs the convenience of a quick burger and fries, not to mention the priceless cost of a shortened lifespan and diminished quality of life. In the words of the great Warren Buffett, habits are chains that are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Giving up the fast food habit isn't easy, but it's a crucial step towards financial and physical health. So, the next time the golden arches or the pizza delivery sirens beckon you, think about the true cost. Consider meal planning or even replacing one fast food meal a week with a homemade one. Small changes can make a big difference in your budget and your health. In the grand scheme of things, the convenience of fast food is a fleeting pleasure. On the other hand, the benefits of a healthier and financially conscious lifestyle are enduring. Your wallet and your health will thank you for skipping the drive-thru. Second on our list are high-interest credit cards. There's nothing inherently wrong with credit cards. In fact, they can be a useful tool for building credit and even earning rewards. However, problems arise when credit cards are not used wisely. Let's delve a bit deeper into this issue. Suppose you go out and purchase a shiny new gadget that costs $200. You decide to charge it to your credit card because you don't have cash on hand. Now, if your credit card has a high interest rate, say around 20%, and you're only making the minimum payment, you'll find yourself trapped in a difficult situation. When you only pay the minimum amount on your credit card, a large portion of your money goes towards interest payments rather than paying down the principal. This means that your $200 gadget could end up costing you much more in the long run. Let's put this into perspective. If you're making a minimum payment of $20 a month for a $200 balance, it will take you approximately 11 months to pay it off, and that doesn't even account for the interest you've accrued over that time. When you factor in the interest, you could end up paying close to $240 for your $200 device. That's an extra $40. That's nothing more than a privilege of borrowing. What's worse, this cycle can easily be repeated, leading you further into debt. And once you're caught in this cycle, breaking free can be incredibly difficult. So how can you avoid this trap? First and foremost, always try to pay off your entire credit card balance every month. If you can't do that, at least pay more than the minimum payment. This way, you're not only deprived of interest, but also of the principal. If possible, try Try to stay away from high-interest credit cards altogether. Remember that credit cards are not crutches, but tools. Use them wisely. They can be a useful part of your financial toolkit. However, if misused, they can lead to financial ruin. Fifth on the list are new cars. Imagine this. You're at a car dealership. The cool scent of fresh leather permeates the air. Shiny new models beckon to you. Quite enticing, isn't it? But let's hit the brakes and think about this for a moment. Cars are not investments. They depreciate in value, and new cars depreciate the fastest. In fact, as soon as you drive a new car off the lot, it loses about 20% of its value. By the end of the first year, that figure approaches 30%, and within 5 years, that shiny new vehicle could have lost 60% of its original value. What's the alternative? Consider buying used. A car that's a few years old has already taken the biggest hit in depreciation, yet it likely still runs well and may have many years of service life left. You get more value for your money and a better return on your investment. Now let's talk about auto loans. New cars often come with high interest rates, especially if your credit isn't perfect. The average interest rate for a new car loan is around 5%, but it can be much higher. Over the life of the loan, you could end up paying thousands more than the original price of the car. In contrast, interest rates for used cars are typically lower, and if you've saved enough, you can bypass a loan altogether and buy one outright. That's a double win. You save on the cost of the vehicle and on the interest of the loan. So if you're keen on building wealth, think twice about buying new. A new and shiny car may give you excitement, but a used car will give your wallet a much-needed break. Remember to steer clear of the rapid depreciation and high interest rates of new cars. Drive your car to wealth, not debt. Next up, expensive clothing. There's a saying that clothes make the man or woman, but does it have to strain the budget? Let's look at the high-end fashion world and its impact on your wallet. Top-tier brands like Gucci and Prada command high prices for their products, and you may be surprised to learn how much of that cost is pure profit. The production cost of a designer t-shirt sold for $200 could be as low as $20. That's an astonishing 900% markup. And what you're paying for isn't just the cost of materials and labor. When you buy from a high-end brand, you're also paying for prestige, marketing, and the privilege of owning a part of that brand. So does the average person really need to invest in high-priced clothing to look good or feel confident? The truth is, it's not about fashion price tags. It's about personal style, comfort, and confidence. And you can achieve that without breaking the bank. Second-hand or discounted shopping can be a great way to both save money and dress stylishly. Second-hand stores, consignment shops, and discount retailers often sell branded items at a fraction of their original cost. And here's a savvy shopping tip for you: invest in quality basics and timeless pieces that you can mix and match. They'll serve you better in the long run than trendy items that may go out of style next season. Societal pressures to wear expensive brands are real, but remember that it's not worth straining your finances. There's no shame in being a budget-conscious shopper. In fact, it's a smart financial move. In conclusion, don't let your clothing choices land you in debt. You can look and feel good without overspending. After all, the most valuable accessory you can wear is financial freedom. Finally, we have unused gym memberships, a common money trap that many fall into. On average, gym memberships can cost between $50 and $100 per month. That's $600 to $200 a year. However, it's surprising how infrequently these memberships are used. According to a study, nearly 2/3 of gym memberships are rarely used. If you're part of this statistic, it's time to rethink. There are much cheaper and even free alternatives to staying fit. You can jog in the park, do bodyweight exercises at home, or follow online fitness videos. These not only help you save money, but also offer flexibility to fit into your schedule. Remember, it's not about having a gym membership, it's about maintaining an active lifestyle. So, think twice before letting a gym membership burn a hole in your pocket. Stay financially and physically fit. These are the 7 things poor people often waste their money on: spending cycles, lottery tickets, cash advances, fast food, high-interest credit cards, new cars, and expensive clothing. Let's make smarter financial choices together. Remember, the first step to wealth is making wise financial decisions.
At our channel, we delve into financial concepts in a way that everyone can comprehend and apply. We strive to empower our viewers with actionable insights to improve their financial well-being. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave your comments to support us on this journey toward financial empowerment. Additionally, it's important to note that while we provide examples and insights, our recommendations are not intended as personalized investment advice. Each individual's financial situation and goals vary, so it's crucial to conduct thorough research and consider professional guidance before making any investment decisions.